So if we look at, for example, the empath, right, and the sensitive, right? And why do empaths, for example, they're often attracted to certain caring roles and certain roles. And if you think about introverts and extroverts, just even that element, there is certain aspects. But one of the interesting things is there's been some studies from Cambridge University, for example, that I've explored. And I'm just going to read something, and I'll read bits of an article about it. And it was studies from Cambridge University who have explored how empathy may be partially influenced by genetics and biology. Right? While their purpose can't be reduced to DNA alone, we know, of course, we'd never think that, and obviously genetics and our gene, things get switched, our DNA, certain things get switched on and off, right, to do with environmental things and all sorts of things, and how we think and how we behave. But if we look at why some people naturally process emotion, and even their environment, the social environment around them, the stimulus around them, why do they process that more deeply in others? What is going on biologically, right? So when you combine biological sensitivity, right? So when someone is more sensitive, so if you look at the highly sensitive person, there's been a lot of studies that shows the way that the brain processes, and it processes far more deeper, and it picks up, the nervous system tends to pick up information that a lot of other people wouldn't notice. It's almost like it's so finely tuned, there's certain things. So that, and if you can combine, those natural biological aspects, right? Then you combine it with all these other things. Obviously, it starts to explain why people feel really misaligned with certain careers. And, sometimes people are brought up in certain families where their parents have a strong influence and a lot of expectation on certain careers. And these careers can literally feel as if they're killing people or strangling their soul, and they become unrecognisable, and they become very disconnected, and it's very, very hard, and they become very unhappy.